Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to 2023. I hope this year has plenty of exciting things to come. I know for me there is, which we'll get into later. But, I hope everyone enjoyed their holidays as much as I did. Honestly, it was a really good year this year. A lot of blessings, as I like to call them. Very thankful to be here and be surrounded with friends and family. Shout out to everyone I know personally. Happy holidays to everyone out there, and I hope you guys had really good experiences. But now it's 2023, new year, new things to come. I wanted to go on here and make this video to cover two things. Basically, I wanted to talk about basically not my game of the year video, because unfortunately this year wasn't worthy of a game of the year trophy. So instead I just want to do my favorite game of 2022. Also want to talk about my resolutions, which I'm not going to make it too much about the resolutions this year. I'll give you three of my general resolutions, not in any order, but that'll be at the end of the video. We're so close to 50 subscribers, guys. I really want to reach that milestone, hopefully by the end of this year. Well, I was hoping to get it by the end of last year, but we're literally three subscribers away. Almost there, but I'm sure I'll get it eventually. I'm not too worried about that. So if you guys like everything video games, advice, general life talk, please subscribe and like the video. Helps the algorithm. And we talk about all crazy stuff here. Give you a lot of parables, give you a lot of analogies, videos to really think about, either questioning life or hopefully get you through something. But that's what we're about here in this channel, just trying to promote positivity and look forward to the future. So right off the bat, let's get into it. No Game of the Year award this year, and I'll tell you why. Basically, this year was the year of unfinished messes coming out, and I hate to be pessimistic, but honestly, these games coming out, AAA publishers and developers really need to step up their A game. I'm gonna list a couple games that I didn't play and that had horrible launches. Let's start with the Pokemon games. Scarlet and Violet. I haven't played them, but all the reviews I read were nothing but the Switch basically is not capable of handling this game. In this case, I don't really fault Game Freak. I believe Game Freak's the one that makes the Pokemon games. I do not fault Game Freak in this case. They're doing the best of what they got, but unfortunately the Switch is really starting to be outdated. The hardware is just not made for these times. The Steam Deck is already a lot powerful than it, and plays a lot better. It sucks for the developers that have to basically play with those specs that they got. You can make it work, but honestly I think Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, that's the best you can get on the Switch. Unfortunately, it's going to be very hard to do better than that. Gotham Knights, which I kind of mentioned in my Call of Duty video, was just a game that had no identity and launched with a bunch of bugs. Callisto Protocol, unplayable on Steam basically. All these games that you would think had their set release dates, and they're just not coming out playable, which really sucks. The Last of Us Part 1, which I will give was playable, but the whole thing surrounding that game costing $70 for basically another remaster. Don't forget, we already had one for the PS4. to me was not worth my money. Right now, I'll get it when it's discounted, or when I want to go back. But that is a game that was a masterpiece in itself when it first came out. There is no need to do that. Honestly, just comes out as a marketing gimmick, just to try to squeeze out the last of the Last of Us, basically. So I did not play that game. But as you can tell, these games are coming out, getting release dates, and they're just not finished. And it sucks that we can't really do nothing about that besides speaking with your wallet. And that's what I do. I've been trying to hold off not buying games unless I know what they're about, because yeah, it just sucks at these times. Can't trust these publishers and developers. But I feel it's the publishers stressing the developers to get the game out on time. But anyways, a couple games I didn't play that weren't complete messes at launch. Elden Ring, I know that was a bunch of people's game of the year this year. I did not play it solely to the fact because I felt it would have gotten too much of my attention, and I'm trying to work through my backlog of games. I did not want to step into that giant yet, but I will play it. I do respect the awards that it's won and the praise that people give it. So if that's your game of the year, that's fine. Completely understandable. Plague Tale Requiem, I heard, was really, really good as far as narrative and visual graphics. Everything I've seen on it looks amazing. I did not have a chance to play it, but I will get into that game eventually. Stray, for all you cat lovers out there. I know my boy Marcos loves cats. It looked like a really cool, unique game set in what I love is a little dystopian world. Didn't have a chance to play it, but I heard nothing but good things about it too. And the last game I did not play was The Quarry. I believe it's made from the same developer as Until Dawn. Excuse me for forgetting that developer. But yeah, those were some of the games that were on my radar. I unfortunately did not get to touch, but I know there's plenty of other games I also didn't play, but that was kind of the list of games that will not be on my favorite game of 2022, I should say. So these are the games that I did play. Not all of them came out this year. That's why I'm just making basically my favorite game I played in 2022. And this is kind of in order that I played them. To start off the year, Alan Wake Remastered. Game blew my mind, honestly. I would highly recommend you play that game around Halloween time. It is actually scarier than I thought. And it's not this type of scary where you're getting these monsters and things. It's just the environment. It's so pitch black and you have this flashlight. And it just gives you this very eerie feeling. Praise that game. I can't wait for part 2. I know they got big plans. Next thing I played was finally Jedi Fallen Order. My god, I was not expecting for that game to be that good. Felt very Souls-like, and I did not think it was that type of game. I was like, I'm playing it and I'm like, man, this feels very, I'm already encountering a boss with a big health meter. I'm like, oh shoot, this reminds me of Bloodborne. I was like, what the heck? Very good game. Until Dawn, actually just breezed through that one around I believe October. I wanted to kind of get in that Halloween feel. That they said that was a good game for that time, and really well made, really simple decision making story game. And next, I would say, are the contenders for this year, if there was a Game Awards. That would be Horizon Forbidden West, Dying Light 2, Persona 5 Royale, released for the PS5, and of course, God of War Ragnarok. All these games came out this year, played them for the first time, was able to complete Horizon Forbidden West. However, I must say, it felt like a drag. It was not my favorite. I don't know if it just felt too much like the first, but when I played Horizon Zero Dawn, that game to me was something extraordinary, something I've never played before. And Forbidden West, unfortunately, just felt like a super big extended DLC that towards the end just made it feel like it was a drag. I did platinum it. It was fun to play. However, compared to these other games, not even close. Dying Light 2, man, what an upgrade from the first one. I know that one did release with some, a couple bugs and stuff initially, but they patched it up. It plays very well. It's very fun. Running around, parkouring, zombies everywhere, side quests, main quests. It's very well done zombie game. To me, the best zombie franchise out there. I can't really think of another one that does it like that game, right? Persona 5 Royale, I know this came out a long time ago, but I was so hyped because I played Persona 4 also for the first time this year. Oh, which I didn't put it on here. I forgot to put my Steam games. Persona 4, main one I played on the Steam Deck. That game changed my life. I cannot. That video will be a separate video on its own. So when Persona 5 came out, it was a must play for me, especially since now it's on the PS5. So far, I have not beat it. I'm about 80 hours in, and I feel I'm towards the end. But if you know Persona games, they're pretty lengthy, but they're so good. I can't express that so much, is that they're so good. And I'm currently playing God of War Ragnarok, as you'll see on my channel. I did want to upload it on hard mode, try to play with you guys, get through it together. But out of all those games, I gotta say my game of the year, or my favorite game of 2022, has to be Persona 5 Royale. It's just so addicting. I cannot explain how good this game is. Characters, very good. To me, characters, gameplay, visuals, everything you can do in the game is just so amazing. I can't explain it more than that. If you guys have never played a Persona game, I would highly recommend starting on Persona 4, making your way through that. If you feel you like that type of game, to me, it's a very unique type of game, with amazing characters that you end up caring about. And unique qualities and traits. It's just crazy, and you get to know every single one, even the side characters. It is honestly ridiculous. Persona's, to me, one of the best franchises now in my eyes after finally playing them. God of War Ragnarok, I know it was between that and Elden Ring for most people. And it's just so far it's kind of like Horizon Forbidden West to me. I like the God of War gameplay more, so I haven't gotten tired of it or doesn't feel like a drag. But I can see how some people can think that it's just DLC of God of War 2018. It's still fun, big world, good story, brutal, disgusting finishers, and fighting gods. But it does unfortunately fall underneath that same trap of Horizon Forbidden West, Uncharted, The Last of Us. To me, the first games are so good and innovative, never before seen, and then they kind of stick to the formula too well, where they kind of lose track of their what made the games so innovative, right? They kind of just stick to the same formula, which don't make these games bad. It really doesn't. However, it doesn't give me that same feeling as when I first played God of War 2018, when I first played Horizon Zero Dawn, when I first played The Last of Us 1. It gives you this feeling of like, damn, I'm playing something really great. When you pick up the second parts of these games, it's like, I already know I'm playing something great. And unfortunately, there's games like Persona that will just come out of nowhere, and you're like, damn, this is something new to me. I've never played something like this. Really makes you put sequel games into perspective. Puts them in line, being compared to games that feel more innovative, at least at the time. Even if they came out previously, could be still more innovative. But yeah, that's my list, guys. I hope you like it. Lastly, we'll cover is my resolutions. Um, last year I did a resolutions video. Hopefully, you guys follow through with a lot of 2022s with your 2022 resolutions. But me, I had three simple ones. That I wanted to just put out there. If you guys have any, let me know in the comments below. I would love to read it, love to hear it. I will definitely reply to anything, anything in the comment section. But basically, this year, for sure, I want to read more. I can see the benefit of just reading. I know some people don't like to read, but honestly, my brother's always said it's not that you don't like to read, it's just you're not reading what you like to read. Because everybody's interested in something, and there's a book there's a book on literally everything. Whatever you're into, there's a book for it. And just to help your general intelligence, it doesn't hurt to read here and there. I actually did read one book this year, which was The Alchemist, and also life-changing book. Definitely will talk about that in a video, hopefully in the future, as well as Persona 4 is, I guess, two mediums that changed my life, my perspective. Very crazy. Second one I want to talk about is to be more selfless. My brother kind of brought this up to me. Pastor, in a way, he doesn't preach every Sunday, but sometimes he does get asked to preach. And one thing he was covering, or is gonna cover, as he's preaching this New Year's, is to be more selfless. A lot of us are selfish and only are looking out for number one, looking out for yourself. But in general, I do want to be more selfless in the sense that I don't always want to be thinking about myself. I do want to think about others whenever I do things. As part of why I made this channel too, was to try to help as much people as I can through just advice or some words that might stick in your head, and they kind of just linger there and make you think. And the very last thing, which I will be now announcing for the first time on my channel, is to prepare to be the best father I can be. Yes, I am actually expecting my firstborn daughter this January. If you know me personally, you probably already know I do have a child on the way. Gonna raise her with a very, very loving mother. I am excited for what the future holds. If you know me, I always wanted a daughter. And, it's just, fatherhood is crazy. I really want to focus on being the father that I know I can be, if that makes any sense. But I also don't want to overthink it. I'm gonna raise a child to grow up in this world, and I just, not that I want to be perfect, but I feel like I want to do everything right. But yeah, guys, thank you for listening to this video. If you made it this far, Happy New Year. I hope you guys have some resolutions, some goals, anything you guys are striving to complete or accomplish. I will be there with you every step of the way through my videos, through my medium. I hope you guys all are able to achieve as much as you can this year. I want to wish you guys a very happy 2023 to start off the year. And with that being said, I will catch you guys on the next one and on future videos to come. Peace out. But behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love. Did he?